Welcome back. Today, we're going over secrets to sort through weight loss and health misinformation. See if you can relate to this. Someone said, I've been working on getting in shape after being overweight almost my entire life. There's so much info out there on TikTok and other articles that I have no idea what is right or wrong. Someone says only lift weights. Someone says only do cardio. Someone else says fast for a whole day and then eat for a day. Some push fad diets. I just don't know what the formula is because every single person says that what they push is the only thing you need to know for weight loss. I just need to know what is true and what isn't. Click like if that's something you can relate to. Or I was talking to someone earlier today about this. They said, I just can't tell good info from bad info anymore. I don't know who's going to help me versus just take my money and invest me over. So, in this video, I'm going to talk to you about your ability to stick to a plan that suits your lifestyle is more important than any method you pick. Read it again. Your ability to stick to a plan that suits your lifestyle is more important than any method you pick. So, we'll go over why misinformation happens, how to make informed decisions, and why you're the expert in your own life. Let's go. My name is Reggie. I'm the founder of Fit for Freelance, where I build adaptive business leaders through compassionate health coaching. The full plate sessions help you confidently navigate healthy eating without all or nothing crash diets. That's linked below. Two big things here: realistic focus is part of the guilt-free process, and practice, also a huge part. You have to know what to look for and then create a system so you can practice it consistently so you can get the results that you want. So it starts with understanding the process of information in the social media era in 2024 and beyond as things continue to develop, because it is exciting times and new frontiers happening every day online. So what it feels like sometimes is very frustrating. You're trying to finally make these changes you've been intending to make for however many years since you were a kid or something, right? This first person said they've been overweight almost their entire life. So you're finally like ready to make some changes. You've been feeling bad about yourself. Your confidence might be low. You wonder if you can make the changes. Your clothes don't fit either way you want. Like you all kinds of issues that you're just sick of how it used to be, and you're finally ready to make some shifts and adjustments to take ownership of your health, your fitness, your life, your healthy eating, all that stuff. And then as soon as you start to do that, you identify a whole bunch of sources with a whole bunch of information, and a lot of it's conflicting. Eat this, don't eat that. But then someone else will say, don't eat that, eat this instead. And then it gets confusing, it gets frustrating, and you lose track of everything. And you might feel discouraged in a process that's not necessarily easy in the first place. So I understand this. This is why I made Fit for Freelance. This is why I make these videos to help you understand that you can take confident ownership of your own path to freedom and fitness. So what happens, what I want you to think of is you'll probably get some results from most changes, especially if you were in beginning stages, if you're a novice, if you have never done any fitness stuff, or you have no idea what healthy eating is. If you just start paying more attention to what you're eating in general, then you're likely to get results that will, start getting you progress towards what you want, what you intend for yourself. Okay, so general guidance can make sustainable impact. I know this from my experience working in public health for 11 years, right? The general guidelines like eat 5+ servings of fruits and veggies, or make half your plate fruits and veggies, or drink mostly water, limit your added sugar from soda. Was this exercise 60 minutes a day for kids, or 150 minutes a week for adults, right? Or just increase your physical activity, move more often, decrease your sedentary time. All these general guidelines that I go over on the channel, all of those are going to be super effective for starting your journey. You don't need specialized knowledge or a social media superstar or an influencer or a coach to tell you these things. You just have to find ways to make those choices happen more often for you. So keep that in mind. You'll get results just from starting, just from the process of starting to commit to yourself and your health goals. All right. Next, when you are looking at, you're hearing this information from all these different sources, I want you to note the background of the person giving you the advice, and something to think about: what interests do they have? What's their biggest motivation? And do they sell anything? A lot of times you'll hear people on these social media platforms, they're talking about, don't do this thing, buy my supplement instead, right? Or don't do all these things. And then here's a book that I wrote on why my method's better. And so you want to be aware of that when you're hearing the information coming out on the front end, because usually what they're doing, they're marketing. Now, I enjoy making these videos. What I want to do is create a pathway for you to take ownership of your own health journey and your choices. And that's my primary interest in this. So my coaching is based on doing that. So that just that transparency is helpful. If you can understand what they're selling, what interests they have, what's motivating them, that will usually give you some great insights. Who do they work for? You know, all this stuff. That'll give you insights on why they are saying the things that they're saying, or it could be motivating factors. And I want to be clear that it's not that selling things is bad. Sometimes the investment is the exchange of value that creates change, right? I'll make a different video about that, but it's important to sell with authenticity and honest information that will actually improve your life, your health, and support your goals. At least that's what I value here. So just pay attention to whether the sources that you're listening to, what kind of interests they have, what they're selling, that kind of thing. All right. My mission, just to recap, make health an engaging part of the entrepreneur's journey by inspiring confident ownership of your path to freedom and fitness and a vision so that you can lead the healthy, fulfilling life of your dreams. And I say that all the time between these two videos, or between these videos, the mission and vision. So you hear it, you start to think like, oh, that makes sense why I'm talking so much about this mindset behind better health and a process that's going on, because it's really about your vision for yourself. And that's how I'm teaching you how to lead the healthy, fulfilling life of your dreams. A little bit more about my personal qualifications, I guess. I have some affiliations with the American Medical Writers Association, which is really focused on getting accurate science-based information out to the community. I've got my undergrads in nutrition, a master's in medical science, and then a graduate certificate in positive behavior support, behavior change kind of thing. So everything I do is very data-based and based on my experience, like public health or health coaching, and getting you to understand the process. And the science base is a core value of what I'm doing. Now, to continue on this misinformation thing, rumors have always been a problem since always, right? You didn't need computer or the internet or social media to start a rumor. But as we've developed the internet, misinformation, rumors can spread really fast. A video goes viral, someone says something, and it catches on for any number of reasons. And it doesn't have to be based in a fact. Like someone can literally just make something up and it spreads and it gets really popular, right? And so I've seen this, I've debunked these things on my channel. The science misinformation is big. The scam supplements, rice hack, ice hack, alkaline, coffee loophole, right? Diet methods, right? You can just come up with like something and call it the 30-30-30 diet. And then everybody's searching and wondering what it is, or don't eat oatmeal or something, or carnivore diet was a big one, right? And all these things can just come out of someone's mouth. They can make it up. There might be some ideas supporting it, but usually the sustainable best practice and the guidance that you already know can get you great results. But what happens with this social media internet age, the ease of publishing can grant someone so much authority. Like you might think that I'm an expert just because I have a camera and a setup and like a little studio, but that's not actually what gives me my credibility. That's like a psychological mind trick. And right. And so people who are influencers on these platforms know that, and they can gain a lot of momentum and notoriety and credibility that they might not actually earn or understand, that can influence your choices for your health. So think about that. It's a free platform. It's easy to publish things. That doesn't necessarily mean that the person publishing it knows what they're talking about. It can be just a social perception. And then to go beyond that, if someone has a certain number of followers or a certain appearance, or if they're always wearing their gym clothes and they look like how you want to look, right? These things can make you think they know what they're talking about, but they might not know. And that can contribute to misinformation, right? So think about that. Another thing that can happen very easily, internet users click dramatic titles like the only thing you need to know for weight loss, or this video, secrets to sort through weight loss misinformation. These things get clicks, and those clicks are valuable to kind of capture your attention and then package the information that's behind it. So it has to be like it has a pop. It has to be something you click on that would be interesting to get you to actually engage with the content. Otherwise, it's a video that never goes to watch. So that's why these titles and things are so polarizing. Or one of the reasons is because it helps get the attention to get the message out. And so when people are just focused on selling a product or getting their message out without necessarily your best interest in mind, then that's how you can get down these rabbit holes of catchy titles that might not even suit what you're doing, and they can polarize you from the things that you need to know for yourself and making informed decisions. Another fact or thing to point out here is that wrong information spreads faster and is harder to correct. Usually, the first thing you hear is like, oh, yeah, I heard that before. And then you just assume it's correct, but that doesn't necessarily make it true. This is a fallacy that happens all the time. So you want to be mindful of your sources of information so you can hopefully get the correct information the first time and you don't spread misinformation yourself. All right. This is something to be mindful of in 2024 and going forward. And another tip I have, don't be afraid to do your own research, not just like, hear from a bunch of influencers or what someone you're following is directing you to, but read the science journals or whatever health articles, studies, so you understand it better. If you need to learn more about metabolism, get enough of that fundamental like baseline so you can make informed decisions. You can use Wikipedia. I know you weren't supposed to use Wikipedia, but it's a valuable source of information that is, double checked, and you can look at the original articles behind that. And you can educate yourself to make informed decisions instead of just taking whatever some person online, some random guy on YouTube is saying about your health choices. Click like if these tips help you out some. All right. And then maybe most importantly, maybe I should have put this one up first, that I want you to remember that you are the expert in your own life. So it doesn't matter what kind of process I give you or what you study or what you read, what you understand. Um, all that doesn't make the actual change in your own life. And that's something that is central to my health coaching and the behavior change is understanding that even if something is a best practice or a golden rule of thumb, any of that stuff, if it doesn't suit your schedule, your life, the things that you have, your family, your routine, if it's too difficult for you, if you don't know how to break it down into realistic parts for yourself, if you don't know how to adapt when you're at a restaurant or you're at home picking whatever out of the fridge or grocery shopping, like if you don't know how to apply these best practices to your life, then you're not going to do them. So it's crucial to remember that you are the expert in your own life, no matter like whether you find something science-based or not. You have to be able to apply it to your own life. So that's a big message. And that's why it's one of my favorite things to say here. What does a healthy, fulfilling life of your dreams look like? And that's where we're going to start. That's the vision for you to understand and start to consider these choices that affect your health, your quality of life, your ability to make changes for yourself. What does that look like for yourself? You can leave that in a comment below and just think about it. Every time you see me pop up on YouTube and on Facebook, what does a healthy, fulfilling life of my dreams look like? Ask yourself that. And that's a really good way to help you sort through what's important for you in this wide world web of information and misinformation and social media influencers and all that stuff. So that's a quick summary, little talk to you. And then the full play sessions that's linked below help you confidently navigate healthy eating without all or nothing crash diets or these mumbo jumbo influencers. You don't know what they're talking about. You're trying to figure things out for yourself. Check out the full play sessions. Great investment of your time and resources to learn nutrition education fundamentals that you probably missed in high school. All right. And the takeaway message, your ability to stick to a plan that suits your lifestyle is more important than any method that you pick. So remember that. Let me know if I can help you. Send me a message. My social media is all over the bottom there. And then next, you can watch Trust Yourself to reach your health and business goals. You are the expert. You are the authority in your own life. Remember that. I'll put that video up here. And then that's it. That's today's message. As always, keep practicing. Peace.